Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what the messages are with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's find out what comes through with the cards and what messages come out. So we have the Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Five of Pentacles also in the reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So this Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, I really do feel like there's a sense of honing in and really focusing on one thing at this time. And I do feel like it allows for someone to be able to better prioritize their time and also their focus. And I do feel like there's an energy of prioritizing your connection. And I do feel like with this Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience a sense of getting to a place where the effort in this connection is shared. I do feel like with this Ten of Wands showing up here, there is a sense of support. I do feel like this person does feel quite supported in this connection, where they feel like the energy in this connection is balanced between two people. I do feel like when it comes to the way they feel about you, they do appreciate the sense of you being someone who's reliable and also someone who's quite supportive. I do feel like with this Ten of Wands, that this does also feel like this person being at a place where they fed up with connections that feel one-sided and unreciprocated. So I do feel like there is an energy of being able to actually notice that and appreciate that about this connection, that there is an energy of being supported in a way that they're not used to. With the Ace of Swords showing up here, I do feel like this does feel like a new beginning, but I do also feel that there's a strong connection here. And I feel like it's a strong connection where there's a meeting of the minds. And I do feel like there is a sense of having strong communication between the two of you. You could have that really good banter, and I do feel like there's a strong connection in that. And I do feel like with this Ace of Swords that there's also the sense of being able to experience this understanding of each other, where it does feel like there is just an understanding of where somebody is coming from. I do feel like with the Ace of Swords, this does feel like though there's communication over here, that you may be wanting to hear from this person, or you want to be able to actually express something to this person. But I do feel like the doors are open when it comes to the communication. And with this Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of getting the opportunity to experience the end to a difficult situation in some way. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles, it's also healing. And I do feel like there is also the sense of being able to get to the better part of a healing journey. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does also feel like a welcoming energy. I feel that there could have been an experience in the past where it could have felt like there was abandonment or rejection. Being able to get the opportunity to get closure in that situation, and I feel that there could even be an apology with that. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Sun, and we have the Magician, and we have the Moon. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So with this Queen of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck, this is a very decisive energy. I do also feel that this is a very clear energy. I feel like it could be also quite straightforward. I do feel like there's an ability to really overcome any misunderstandings and clearing things up. And I do feel like also a sense of being able to clear the air. I do feel like with the Queen of Swords showing up over here, that this also feels like an energy of being able to get to a place where there is a sense of really having clarity around what someone wants. And I do feel like there's also opportunity to be able to have a very clear direction for it. I do feel like with this Queen of Swords showing up underneath this Two of Pentacles, that this does also feel like an energy of being very certain. And I do feel like there's some kind of decision making around being able to have a conversation with someone. And I do feel like it really clears things up. We do have the Sun card, and we do have Leo energy with this. You could be dealing with a Leo. But we do have with the Sun card a very happy energy. I do feel like with the Sun card there is a sense of finding what someone is looking for in this connection, and I do feel like with that in mind this person is quite happy about this connection with you. I do feel like you bring out feelings of happiness in this person. They do seem happy to be in this connection with you. I do feel like there's also the sense of being at the end of a long journey when it comes to looking for something. There is a sense of being in a space where things feel quite, it feels like being in a position of being fulfilled on some level. With the Sun card showing up over here, I do also feel like this person is someone who's quite attractive to many. I do feel like this person has a certain energy about them or charisma that makes them quite attractive. And I do feel like this person is somebody who is in a space where they are happy with what they have found in this connection. And it's like there's a sense of being able to have more certainty. And I do feel like it's also something that there's a decision making happening within. I do feel like with the Magician card, this does feel like an energy of being at the beginning of a journey. I do feel like with this Ace of Swords, this also feels like being able to experience the beginning of something, a new chapter. I do feel like a fresh start. So I do feel like there's understanding also when it comes to a connection. I do feel like with the Magician card, this is also an energy of getting out ahead of any possible misunderstandings or issues, and even when it comes to being able to be proactive as far as the circumstances in a situation that's going to allow for things to play out better in this connection. I do feel like with this Magician card, this is a pretty exciting energy. I do feel like it's also adventurous, but I do feel like there's a lot of enthusiasms for this connection. There's a sense of being able to experience something that feels somewhat like a whirlwind. I do feel like there's something exciting about the way it's happening, and I do feel like when it comes to this connection that you're making the effort in it because it means something to you. I do feel like this Magician card also feels like manifesting energy, and I also feel like when it comes to where this person is and where you are, there is a sense of mirroring each other on a journey and being in the same place and seeking out the same or similar things. I do feel like with the Moon card though, this does feel like an energy of anxiety or uncertainty, and I do feel like that energy of anxiety or uncertainty is coming from a place of insecurity, and I do feel like it's also a place of being uncertain about the future, being in a space where the unknown could be something that's really scaring someone. But I do feel like with that Five of Pentacles card showing up in the reverse, this is about being able to be open. So it does feel like an energy of taking the effort, making the effort towards being more open and having a connection where you're more open with someone. I do feel like it can counter any kind of issues of fear or anxiety or even just those insecurities that could be possible there. Because I do feel like with the Moon card, this can be an energy that is a bit uncertain. So I do feel like there is an energy of being in a space where somebody's a little bit afraid. And I do feel like when it comes to the way forward, they could be moving forward with things, but there is a level of hesitation out of the fear of the unknown, of what's going to happen next in this connection. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have Mars with Force. We also have Mercury retrograde with Reinvention. And we have Pisces with I Believe. So with this Mars card, this does feel like an energy of moving forward. I do feel like there's action in this connection, and I do feel like there's also actions towards a person's feelings and being able to take action on them. I do feel like with this Mars card, this is also a pretty passionate energy. I do feel like there's a strong sense of being in a connection that really sparks a fire in this person. They feel quite passionate about you, about the situation, and I do feel like there is something that really makes this person quite happy about this connection. I do feel like it brings also this feeling of relief. And I do feel like with this Mars card showing up over here, this is about going after what you want. And I do feel like, as I say, this person's going to go after what they want. And I do feel like nothing's really going to stop them with this Mars Force card showing up over here. But with the Mercury retrograde card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of being able to have a situation, be able to defy the past. I do feel like with that Queen of Swords card showing up at the bottom of the deck, this does also feel like a wise energy of learning from the past, moving forward. So I do feel like there is a lot of being able to grow and learn from the past that you have within you when it comes to how you're approaching things in this connection. I do feel like with this Mercury retrograde card showing up over here, this does also feel like a communication energy, just like with this Queen of Swords. I do feel like there's also a lot of intent of making the communication something that is good, something that is clear, something that is also you're on the same page when it comes to the communication. But with this Magician card showing up over here, I do feel like you're manifesting something and you're really close to getting your manifestations as something that is coming to light. I do feel like with this Mercury retrograde card showing up over here though, that there is a little bit of some past energy where something may have been overlooked or something may have not been addressed. That is also something that could be coming up for you. There's an opportunity to be able to address that. I do feel like with the Pisces card showing up over here, this is I do feel like this is pertaining to this Moon card. With this Pisces card showing up over here, there's a lot of belief. I also feel like there's a lot of belief for the future in this connection. I feel like that was also a very courageous energy when it comes to the way this person is moving in this connection. I do feel that with this I believe card showing up over here, that you could be dealing with somebody who is in a space where there's a lot more anxiety or a lot more fear than they actually letting you in on. But I feel that they're doing something in spite of the fear. There's just this huge belief, especially when it comes to the way that the connection makes them feel, makes them act despite any kind of fears, hesitations or anxieties or uncertainties that may come up for them. But I do feel like there's a lot to this person, and I do feel like they could actually try to keep that under wraps or as a secret from you. But I do feel like there is a lot that this person is not showing you. But I do feel like when it comes to your connection, there is this energy of experiencing healing when it comes to those sides like fears and anxieties or insecurities. That is also possible with this card showing up underneath this Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I do also feel like this could even influence their financial situation. But I do feel like with this I believe card showing up over here, you could be dealing with a Pisces is what I am getting. So those are the messages I am getting with these cards. I hope you have a wonderful day, Cancer, and I hope I'll speak to you in the next reading. Bye, Cancer.